Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod we got a weapon mod here. This is the homemade SMG. I've kind of modded the weapon somewhat. I bought this off of Arturo. I believe it shows up somewhere in the level list and stuff. Obviously it does kind of look jank. It's homemade. It only does 34 damage with 10mm bullets, so it's not like a super powerful thing, and that's obviously even upgraded because by default it shoots .38. We'll go over all that. We also made a stupid fire rate. Currently has 436 fire rate, so let's show that off. Pretty dumb. I think you're still killing the shit out of things with that. I think that is still definitely absolutely tearing anything up. So obviously that's just one option here. So we're gonna go through some of these other options here. So it's always automatic. There's no non-automatic receiver. It does do the least amount of damage to make it stupid rate of fire. That's still the way I want to test the weapon. But let's show off like the most powerful version, which is the powerful automatic receiver, 52 damage. Obviously the bore barrel, I guess you could put a longer ported or finned barrel on there, but then the gun starts to look weird, I think. The bull barrel, superior recoil control, right? Especially with that rapid fire rate. But you could put a longer barrel on there, and you could put a stock on here instead. And then you have the two-handed animation. So I guess we could show off that, because we were currently using the sharpshooter's grip like a pistol grip. So what we should do here, to show off variety here, we'll put a marksman stock on there. We'll put like a long ported barrel on there. And we'll kind of make it more like... and we'll put technically we could put a marksman magazine on here, so this is Raider jank, as they say. Shove the 5.56 round into the chamber with no magazine. So we'll show that off too, because it's a weird, unique thing. You got a compact reflex sight, a regular reflex sight, short scope, and a recon scope complex reflex sight, maybe. And then you can make an integral suppressor, which just kind of covers the whole barrel here. That's kind of weird vibes, but I don't like. It's not covering the muzzle, so it's not gonna make it suppressed. We get one shot, and then we have to reload. But the reload is not the reload that the description is, because like we were putting one round in the chamber, and then shooting it. But we're reloading a whole magazine, which that doesn't make any sense at all. And I don't think you'd ever want to actually use the weapon in that manner. It is suppressed, but it doesn't make sense to be suppressed because you're not covering up the muzzle. Also, I want to mention here, as much as the weapon's supposed to be homemade and it's supposed to look kind of rough and stuff, the textures here on this are not good. Like, but it's a file size thing, but this is on the scale of, it's too bad it's and distracting. I'm not trying to be negative. I hate doing that stuff, but it just looks like a rusted piece of garbage trash that, like, I mean, I guess that's the point, but at the same time, it's technically an automatic receiver, so I don't know why you'd even, anyway. So you can put 10mm mags on here. Or you could put, I mean, it does make it do the most damage to put the 1.556 round in here. But you could do your standard magazine, which is your .38 rounds. It's a medium magazine, which increases capacity, but reduces reload speed. You can put the coffin magazine on here, which has the most magazine capacity, I think. Yeah, well, 42 is, I think, on here. Quickly here, I'm going to go in here and give myself a little bit of those and a little bit of those, just so we can show this off a little bit better. So what's the 42? 42 rounds is the capacity. So that's with the .38 rounds. This is Coffin magazine, which is the largest magazine you can get at 42. And you know, that's a high rate. That's still a really high rate of fire. It's not stupid fast. We're gonna obviously show the weapon off in combat with stupid fast mode, because I think that's something that exists with this weapon that doesn't exist in any other weapon. I've never seen a fire rate. Like, fire rate of 109 is about your full auto, super quick fire rate. You can make it a little faster than that, but it's still crazy. We'll put the 10 round magazine on here. It goes down to medium. You do lose out a little bit on the capacity. Literally less than half, 24 rounds. But it does do more damage that way. I think that's the best compromise. I mean, there's some good amount of customization. I just wish you could, like, clean the weapon up, to be fair. Like, I really want this thing to be less ugly. I do like the sharpshooter's grip idea. I guess we wanted to show off there's two-handed animations. I don't really know if there's a difference that much. So, like, I guess you hold it two-handed, right? So if we put the one-handed stuff back on there, I really got to get this long barrel off of here, though. Like, as much as I was trying to show that off, I put the bull barrel on, and then the integrated suppressor actually looks like it fits, because otherwise it doesn't. And then we'll put the sharpshooter's grip on there. I prefer one-handed animations with this type of weapon, though, too. Yeah, like, we're going to hold it one-handed, even though we do have a grip on the front that we should technically be holding. That feels real good. I mean, you know, I like the one-handed, like a little, you know, like mini Uzi or something like that, right? Like a little machine pistol type thing, homemade SMG, rather than trying to be like an actual submachine gun rifle type weapon. I think the best way to go here might be stupid automatic rate of fire, but we're going to do so little damage per bullet. But you want that coffin magazine, you want maximum, and then it's 20 damage per round, but 436 fire rate. I mean, I guess we're going to try to make that work. I did want to show off here, besides a vertical foregrip, which we put on because I wanted to reduce the recoil control for that extreme rate of fire, you also put a large bayonet on there, which is like a blade, a makeshift bayonet, so you can put a screwdriver on there. You can put on a foregrip, like a basic wooden foregrip, which I imagine is just a worse version of the vertical foregrip. The vertical foregrip, sorry, goddamn saying vertical 500 times makes my brain melt. Requires the gun at one perk, but nothing really requires that. We can add a weapon light here, so I guess we'll put that on there just to show off that we can. And that's pretty much all the modifications to the weapon. You got all those magazine types. You're not doing a lot of damage. There's no damage modifiers here. The stupid automatic receiver, I think, is the highlight of this thing. So we did put a light on here, and the light does work. So that does count for something. I'm not, you know, that is cool for some, you know, immersion's sake, but really I think you're going to need a foregrip on here. You know what, we'll put the other foregrip on there just for the sake of saying we did. Not that we're going to hold the foregrip, because we're not going to hold the foregrip anyway. We're holding it one-handed animation style, right? And then stupid rate of fire. That's 42 rounds in like 2 seconds or less. Like, Jesus, like, we're just like, oh, buddy. It is that's very powerful. I'm imagining it's going to be, you know, doing some good things. We'll see how it works when we actually get to test it out in some combat here. But this is my preferred way of making it. There's a couple different variances here. Obviously, you could do the 1.556 round every time. I just wish the base model, like some of this stuff looks really nice. Okay, I want to put this out. There's a thing. The base model, that's the wrong thing. The base model here looks like the magazine looks nice. The grip looks nice. The wood and all that stuff. The wood thing kind of like really like clips with the bull barrel there. But like, look at the base model. Like the receiver part of the weapon is like worse looking than pipe weapons, and I know everybody already hates the look of pipe weapons. They always love all the mods I cover that make that look better, but there's no way to make the actual receiver look any better. It looks the same regardless. Like the stupid automatic, none of these things. It's not like a clean. I would like a clean option. Okay, I would like to put that in there as a thing. I mean, you could do no accuracy penalty while firing superior range. Yeah, okay. I mean, technically you want the short barrel on there, right? Or snub barrel, improve hipfire accuracy. And just put like a snub barrel on it. Then the wooden grip doesn't actually, you know, mess with the things. The wooden grip is just like the base game submachine gun grip now that I'm looking at it. You can also put a sharpshooter's grip on here, I guess, which is like I said, right? Hipfire accuracy. We're going to make this a hipfire version of the gun. Keep the suppressor on there, that's fine. I'm going to put the vertical foregrip on there because I just do think it looks better. I don't know how much that vertical foregrip going to work when it's just like barely hanging on with a tiny piece of metal on the front of that receiver, but that's how we're gonna use the gun, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna go see you guys in a second when I get to some combat. I don't even need the sight on the gun because I'm just gonna do this, and then we'll see how it does. And I'll see you guys when I get there. All right, everybody, we are here at my Zombies Arena arcade mode. The texture quality on this is rusted out and stuff, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look like it has any depth to it at all. It's just the textures are very flat and stuff. But all that matters to me, graphics aren't everything, gameplay over everything. Let's go to the Super Duper Mart because we can. I will spawn in some gunners, just for variety's sake. Let me think about how I'm doing things. Spawn in some gunners. And then we're just going to hipfire this thing. This is it. This is the weapon here. Obviously, I didn't have the flashlight on there. I don't need the flashlight anyway. I don't need the suppressor either, because I'm just going to go, like, as point blank as I can. I mean, that gunner got annihilated. It did take, like, a whole magazine, but it does. I mean, you think 20 damage is not enough. I mean, it may not be, like, super late game or whatever, right? There's definitely might be situations in which 20 damage per bullet is just not gonna cut it, or certain targets and stuff, but on these gunners, it is tearing through. Like, you just eventually shoot enough of these shots. I mean, honestly, you're gonna run out of ammo though. Like, even at the cheap .38 ammo, which is very cheap and very common, you're eventually gonna run out of it. Like, I just gave myself 1,000 and I'm almost halfway gone with that. That's how. Why do you think I have a napkin for? What are you doing, gunner? Carrying around napkins and shit? I don't know what people do, man. Anyway, we'll also do another wave, though, because I'm having fun with the weapon. The conceptual idea here of having a stupid fast receiver that just literally goes, wah, and then the things die, is cool. right? Like I like that aspect a lot. Just an extremely stupid rate of fire is a good time to me. It does mean a lot of reloads and it does mean using a lot of bullets, but at least it has some cool, unique thing to it that doesn't exist in other things. I just wish the texture quality was a little bit better, or that you could change it. Like you could keep it the default the same, and then just make like a cleaned up, shined up metal version and stuff. That would be okay with me too, right? Like, hello? No, you're dead. Let's do some bash shots on deck. It shoots. Okay, is it shooting burst? I think it's still shooting burst, you guys. I do think it is. I think you can't tell. I think it seems like it's shooting single shot. I was like gonna say, is that shooting single shot? But I can kind of vaguely hear multiple shots here. I mean, we can count the ammo. We have a full 42 round capacity. We shot 1 burst in VATS. That's 3 bullets. It's shot a burst. It sounds like 1 shot. That's how fast that fire rate is in VATS. That it's shooting a burst. Obviously, it's not doing nearly enough damage to be like a super effective weapon. I mean, you could put the 10 millimeter mag on there with the fastest rate of fire. Then you get what is the most amount of damage. You're getting like 10 more damage per bullet, which is like a huge increase from 20, right? You're talking about a 50% increase in damage. But you do lose a bunch of capacity and stuff, and you already have to reload the weapon a ton as it is. It's kind of an interesting gun though, the homemade SMG. I like some things about it. I like, you know, some of the customization options there. It is a bullet hose gun. I mean, that thing just spray those 42 rounds of .38 ammo as fast as it fucking can. 400 rounds. I mean, like I was showing off that VATS instantaneous burst. It's shooting 3 rounds, but it's just like boop. It's what it says. It fucking can't even. The game can't even process the sound of it. It's a cool, interesting gun. It's definitely something that if you're into, you should definitely check out for yourselves. And if you would like to check it out for yourselves, the easiest way to do that is to check out the top link in the description. They will link there to the Bethesda.net page or the Nexus mod page, or wherever you can find this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, dislike the video. That's okay too. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and all those YouTube things I'm supposed to tell you to do. I'm supposed to tell you to become a channel member, because YouTube doesn't even tell me how many subscribers I gained in a month anymore. It tells me how many members I've gained. So you can become a member for 99 cents. It's as cheap as I could possibly make it, and you get to help support the channel and feel good about yourself, and I'll feel good about myself because, you know, money, I guess, or whatever. I don't know, man. But yeah, you guys have a real good rest of your day. Well, this video is going to come out on our Friday, so you have a real good weekend too. Make sure you have a real good time. Do positive poggers things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.